In 1993, our father created the Ultimate Fighting Championship to show the world the effectiveness of Gracie Jiu-jitsu. And now that every professional fighter has added Jiu-jitsu to their arsenal, even the Beast has added, even the Beast. We want to break down precisely how they're using it so you can add it to yours. Let's talk about the fight. UFC 116, Shane Carwin, Brock Lesnar, arm triangle. We've got a lot of requests to break this one down. Let's talk about how it happened, how it could have happened, and what Carwin could have done to survive the arm triangle. Wouldn't have been easy, but there are some options, some escape options we can talk about. Let's do it. The first round, Brock Lesnar took a beating. Shane Carwin got the best of him, got on top, a lot of punches, not too many landed, but the ones that did some damage. Luckily, he survived the bombardment. Congratulations. He got back up, second round started, took Shane Carwin to the ground intelligently. Didn't want to trade with those punches. Took him to the ground, got to the top of the half guard. He ended up, after a double leg, rotate a little bit, ended up in the half guard with the right leg in, and we ended up here. Now, Shane Carwin did his research. He saw what Brock Lesnar has done and is capable of doing from the half guard. Like he did to Frank Mir, where he had the underhook over here, and he did this to Frank Mir. He trapped the armpit right here. Rotate a little bit. Trapped the armpit and pummeled his face right here.
And Shane was tired.
Yes.
From all those punches.
Shane was exhausted. He didn't want to get caught in this trap right here. So his best option and what he did in the moment was he brought this arm over the head to kind of trap Brock's head to minimize the chance of that upper body control and the beating. The problem is in neutralizing that, the Frank Mir punishment strategy that Brock used, Shane Carwin put himself in a position to get arm triangle, and that's exactly what Brock did. Okay, so Brock had the neck wrapped. He sat here for a little bit, a couple punches. Eventually, Shane's half guard really loosened up. Okay, there was very, very minimal leg control. So after a couple punches here, Brock felt the leg loose. He stepped over immediately to the mount, and he locked his hands right here. Realizing the arm triangle opportunity, which was the fact that his arm and neck were on one side of his head like this, was so available, Brock instantly jumped off. He took this foot over here, and he transferred it. The foot transfer, look, to jump off. And he did it well. Impressive from the big guy. Instead of stepping off open where his leg might get caught in the half guard, he did a small little foot whip, boom, which means the foot won't get stuck inside Shane Carwin's legs. Now he jumps off to the side mount, lowered his hips, and started to squeeze. Let's talk about the squeeze a little bit. The necks were such thick necks.
Shane tried to hold, right?
Yes.
And keep this.
If Shane were to keep the space right here, he would be able to survive. The problem is...
impossible.
Yeah, I mean, you're dealing with a small grizzly bear, you know? So he grabbed, and he started squeezing, and once Brock got the pressure here, it's the shoulder bicep pressure in this artery, and the neck and head pressure pushing on the shoulder on this side, and together, that causes the triangle on the front here. And Brock just flexed here, and just held, and just held, and just held, and it was game over. Now, yeah, incredible. Because the arm triangle is a move that works particularly well on people with very thick necks because there's more to choke. There's more to choke, so it's kind of easy to put that pressure. So big guys, Shane Carwin's, hate their necks being wrapped up in small places, especially by other big guys. But in either case, if Brock's arms weren't so big or if Shane's neck wasn't so thick, Brock, instead of squeezing like this with the palm-to-palm pressure, could have went to the bicep control, okay? Like a rear naked choke, same thing. And then from here, put this hand here behind his head, and he could have squeezed from here, wide base, and just flexing straight in. What that does is it removes more slack. It makes the noose tighter around the neck. If that didn't work, your squeezing here doesn't work, if their neck is even skinnier, or your arms are longer, whatever, there's another squeezing option that I like a lot, which is from here, you switch your legs. And you literally keep the arms locked, and you pull the person into your lap. My motion here is to bring heat on into my lap. I'm hugging everything, almost like a rear naked choke. You start to incorporate your back and your whole body as you pull them into you. And it's a little more body strength than it is just arm strength. And for that one's very good if you have someone with a smaller neck and you're having trouble generating the power for the actual choke out. So what could have Shane done to survive this bombardment? Well, first of all, initial positioning from the half guard, standard positioning that we teach Gracie combatives is hug the neck. This is the most punch safe positioning, and And the safest, of course, in the arm triangle, just the idea of closeness. But he got it about it the wrong way. He brought the arm over the head, and that was the wrist there. So in the next...
This feels kind of safe.
Yeah, my head is trapped.
I feel really like there's just, this arm can't do too much. This feels good, but when your head is so strong,
right, and my leg slips out, that's when the problems begin. That's when the problems begin. So that was, I guess, the initial concern is bringing the arm over the head. Be careful with that. Once the triangle is locked, I want to show them that one.
which one?
Well, here's the deal. In order for the arm triangle to work, this person has to be flat on their back from the bottom. So when I jump off, as I'm jumping off, he goes to his knees. That way, bridge can go to your knees straight over. There's one that he rolls me like that. I want to also show him just the idea of turtling away. Just literally go to your knees. Just turn, bridge up, go to your knees that way. Yeah, just to go, right? It kills the move. If you just get to your knees, now that's very hard to do when you have a 285-pound person totally distributed and low on the other side. But if you can get them during their weight transfer, from their transition from the mount to the side mount, and you can go to your knees away from them, you can also kill the triangle. Catch me once. So he has it. Mount, please. Boom, he jumps off. If I go right now, I start to turn my shoulders, squeeze right now. There's no more arm triangle right here. I'm okay. Just from here. Now, it's another problem. You have your back exposed. You're going to get punched a little bit. You might get choked, but at least you die trying, and you don't get caught in the initial submission attempt. But that one that you did right now, you showed him you got to do it all the way now.
I wouldn't do any one of these. Okay?
I've
never been caught in the arm triangle in my life.
There's one here where, of course, you're trying to create the space right here, but this is not going to do it for long. Walk your hips away a little bit. Both legs come up. Boom. Both legs whip straight up in the sky, and the momentum of having your legs up and then falling to your stomach can often get them to roll over and give you the favorable position. Kind of crazy. Again, neither one of those is reliable, fully reliable, but they are escape options once the arm triangle is set up and started to be applied. So, highly recommended. So major.
What about when they hold their leg sometimes? When you're getting choked, you kind of hug your own leg.
Oh, true that.
The same thing wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
In this situation.
But as they're wrapping it up, some people like to come up here and grab this leg here and separate as well.
Depending how much energy I have left, this will work or not. Yeah, and also how good my initial bite is. Let go. Let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go. Go ahead, do it.
This hand can't even reach my leg right now.
Yeah.
It's too tight.
Once it's locked, it's too tight. During the setup, if you can get your leg, all the idea is to create space here, or to get to your knees, or to get up and get over.
But the one that Shane did, where he kind of held his hand and created some space, it's only a matter of time before the arm gives.
Yeah.
Because how long can you hold this tense position
Especially with you-know-who over here.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we're clear. Couple options, very brief breakdowns, but should be enough to take someone who otherwise watches the match and is confused by how things went down to give you guys an idea of how much was actually going on there, what could have been attempted, what was attempted, and what could have been used if the initial submission attempt used by Brock didn't apply or didn't work so effectively. But there you have it, the arm triangle. It's an incredible technique. It is a little more reliant on some arm strength. It's not the most efficient technique in the book, but Brock doesn't need the most efficient technique. He needs like any little technique, put with the strength, and it'll work for him. So,
most important lesson is that arm over the head. You have to just know that you're exposed to the arm triangle.
Having your arm on one side of the head like that, from the mount, from any situation where the arm is with your neck in this little noose.
Well, especially when you mount. Go back to the half guard.
Yeah.
See, from the half guard, it might be okay, but there has to be a certain sensitivity to where when I feel your...
Yeah, I'm trying to mount.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's the truth. As soon as you mount, you got to get it off the head. Get it off the head.
So depending how good
having your arm, your half guard is... Get my open guard?
Yeah.
Having your arm and neck together is the same as having your arm and neck together right here. Look.
Yeah.
Having your arm and neck together from the mount in the arm triangle situation is the same as having your arm and neck together here. It's fully exposed for the lock of the triangle. So, basically, arms and necks should not hang out unless there's two arms or two necks. Two necks. We're clear? So you guys, share with your friends. Jiu-jitsu, the art as a whole, does not have enough students. As my grandfather said, if the whole world knew Jiu-jitsu, the world would be a better place. Share it, post a video on the forums, get the word out. That's how it went down, and hopefully this will inspire one person who was a casual MMA viewer, just yelling at the TV screen, to try a class, become a student, and make the world a better place. You guys saw the brief breakdowns here. For the complete breakdowns, where can they go? GracieUniversity.com. Keep it real. We'll see you guys next time.